Believe it or not, no source of income really steadily for me for at least 5, 6, 7, 8, how many years? But the amount of hate directed at me, like you got a reason to be jealous just because I'm a home slice that can slice and dice most with her words, that I got an ability to lead so many flock, sheep's herds. Unfortunately, not really your average demographic graphic. They don't really celebrate the geezer bird word. Ha! Another day, rude awakenings. These creepy entities that think of us battered need, breaking in, ill at ease, knees weeping in complete broken state, feeling like I don't have a mate. In the world there's nothing but nothing new, so it's doubtful current blue will be enough to see me do myself away. In fact, suffering becomes such a state, there is no more thoughts on ill fate. Wow, that's a place to get to. I can't wait till you bump through, when you see the darkness in its depths and mass. It's like going to church, the deepest mass. There's nothing outside of you can do to break you. I could be sleeping on a concrete floor. That could be what in this systematic penal system people could be in for. It's like a state of war. For some of us that are pretty sure there is a homely Armageddon on. Know where you're coming from. Maybe it's a state of mind, maybe it's just unkind, maybe it's the music tells you need struggles before you can actually get to the place where the universe and the cash is all just throwing at you the light and the hugs yours. Yeah, yes, tools of God, lightning rods. Why devil we suffer the most grimism, like people trying to put you in prison, like they're always crushing in, trying to redefine your happiness, make it a sin. Where to begin? This is all just freestyle, because once you've done more than the 8 mile, once they've tried to defile your light, then you're gonna basically say, out there the whole world just gives you one big fright. But you better hold tight, cause Laura's coming, high as a kite, gonna fly it right, gonna do it outside. Rifle pine, power to the people, right on time, more than a climb for this girl. Why do you think I've been taking so long, so long, so long? Even though always been gift with a song, can't go wrong. Went off the line, arrival prime on the production line, just a brand. Bottom line is it's 100% transparency. Those people outside intimidating, making a ghost of me or whatever. Some of these people in the city ain't even real. Can you deal with the fact that some people disappear and sometimes they just pick on the quiz? I don't have a mate in the world and nothing new, so it's doubtful current blue will be enough to see me do myself away. In fact, suffering becomes such a state, there's no more thoughts on any ill fate. Cause mate, universe done its worst, yeah, what more? What, you've walked through the living curse, you've walked through the fire. Now people gonna look up that, say what's that, new messiah? Yeah, situation must be dire. It can't be beat us, I can't be beat us, we can't be beat us, and this you can trust, and I just hate watching the monster beat on us. I'll wait, and I'll watch, and I hate the monster beating on us. Let us dignity trust scenes. Let us dignity trust scenes. It bit the dust, and I'm so sorry if my liberal ways affect the old crusties. But they made and enabled this pressure cooker environment, facilitated in their silence conformity. They facilitated, and in their silence conformity, they facilitated the bent. It's like they couldn't think outside of a box with the money that bent. Crusties, but they made they crossed. I'm so sorry if I'm liberal ways. If my liberal ways affect the old crusties, but they made and enabled this pressure cooker environment, facilitated in their silence and conformity, the bent, the well bent, the crooked. Who cares if you're criminal? Who cares if the government politics are criminal tools? Yes, bring down the walls. What does it matter? I don't really care. I couldn't care less if you're taking the planet nowhere. It's always obvious to us Care Bears. Nowhere's is the opium wars, getting their claws all on that dope. Heroin, who cares for the drugs? There's no heroines on the world stage. It takes a certain age to get the wisdom to see through it, redesign your take on it, and then make a break on it. Say you're better than Sonic the Hedgehog. You're gonna tear through the pigs and the gannet and the criminals like a pig hog. Better way to live being healthy, and it's wealthy. All the people at the top, and they're far from the cream of the crop. Can't stop. I never double dropped. People talk about drugs and demonising stuff, and I think that a lot of problems in the world are that. People demonising drugs. Certain demographics. I mean, people talk about politics. Who cares? Who cares? You entertain inequality talks on a world stage, and you put a uniform in it and go honour it. And then a person on the street stabs someone and you go dishonour it. That person, the only difference is they did it off their own steam. That person was told that if they're a hero in a uniform, oh, they're a dreamboat, oh, it's a fetish, oh my god, it gets me kind of wettish. Even though he's holding a gun, something, and he could shoot someone in the back as they run, but he did it for a medal. Oh yeah, he can come here and fiddle this all day. Where do you lay the line? And when you're trying to redesign, it doesn't matter if you hate me, but I'm always berating the people that say your uniforms all that, and the Yan Summers cashing in and making hot summers. Even though I think their fetishes are sick, and I always was a fat shit a brick kind of oafish person looking around saying these take my soul low. I'm kind of introverted, but I think the rest of society with its wages and just entertaining it is perverted. And then you get people on there saying, I say that you must detest war, but you know what you're in for. Most of those people in the UK didn't even entertain it, didn't even know it was flawed, until you get bored of this law going on. You know what you're in for, largely dancey, yeah. Why do I care? Just because another woman broke through here, she made me see clear, and I went off in a different tangent. Before that I was just basically like a really relaxed drill sergeant at the O2, get a clue, making sure the weapons didn't come through, trying to redefine my whole globe for you two. Yeah, ripping it apart, start again. Ripping it apart and starting again, and saying what exactly is your definition of a hero? Is it being like me, standing up, refusing to just sit there and listen to all the others like a zero? Are you serious, or can I take all my knowledge and bridge a gap over this clap trap, over this red is on all the flags, in the memory of all those that died for our freedom. What's it mean to you? Is it taking down the borders so we can run through? So we can just play in this world like kids? Can we get rid of all those flids? Take the taxes. Are you coming through with coke? Are you a model? It's common knowledge that you come through with coke. And sorry, we don't believe that Trump has never taken it. Although I think that you'll find that most of the viewers out there now are woke. And the people on Gogglebox are saying, oh yeah, we tried it once, like, oh, that's last come out of her closet. I tried it once, oh, I might be considered criminal. And the lines blur, oh, the lines blur, the world turned into one big fat stirring pot. Shit, stir what you got. Let's make the money that taxes a blot on the landscape. Those that would tax and basically rape your experience on earth. It does not belong to a commodity, or people telling you that LSD is a terrible thing that will make you this or that, because basically keeping us in that box rigidity was scat play. That was really kind of fiddling and diddling our whole existence up here, because the minute you just run wild, run over those fields and realise you're nowhere near a post box or a phone to deal with all of that responsibility. Have you got your lyrical ability? Do you want to break through? Are you listening? Run wild and let it be your christening. Cause en masse, Once we escape like naked ape, they can't go back and put us back into those brackets that break our back. Have you got a 10-year work history? Huh? Can you prove what you did every single step of the last 10 years? No gaps, 2 weeks max. Face facts. Now racism, less embraces. Let's just face the facts on other levels too. There are such things as social commentary, and me in the 80s was not so bound by all this social commentary that is less celebratory. Year of the Sugar Hill Gang, 79 is when I was coming to a line. Bam. And it was all good, just fine. And then the birth of all the technology I lived through, and then the internet come through, and then social commentary changes, and the Brits is doing us away with the celebration, telling us the politics are all racist. And I'm sorry, but I must insist that I think it's been changing, even in the people's times. So I'm not gonna bottom line listen to the negativity. You can take a hit at me, tell me it don't apply to me, but I would like to see that I was pretty fly for a white guy. Me. It's up to you to be happy. Any guru tell you, it's up to you. You got the choice inside and out, and you need all the conflicts to build perspective. Every day is the minute to begin it. Do away with the sin in it. Only you, only you, only you, only you. I think I've actually found out this article did this strange way of... I'm not even give that one away. I'm not even gonna give that one away. Oh man, you're paying for me that knowledge that I just literally cracked. Subscribe, come along for the ride, and if you want to engage me, do you know how you do it? You don't play authority, supremacy games over me. I don't know who's trying to harass me lately. Another day, 15th of the 7th, 2020. Another day, rude awakenings, creeps, entities, think their battered knees breaking in, ill at ease, knees weeping. In a complete broken state, feeling like I don't have a mate in the world, nothing new. So it's doubtful, current blue will be enough to see me do myself away. In fact, suffering becomes such a state, there is no more thoughts of ill fate. Can't wait till the time to pay me, celebrate me, put me on the relay every day. If you want a drop of sunshine, stage electric. It was always electric, but they never had sick Rick. You better learn quick, she's got on the quantum level. Girls been playing with so many toys. Don't talk about gods and devils, next level. All they ask is you keep it real, and that seems that smart most. Can't do, can't do, can't do. They just jealous, wanna take strips off, tear through you, because they knew she's coming at you. She can see through all those little ironed out little things that make you keep you looking for what's wrong in the next thing. Everybody's got something wrong with them, right? Everybody's got to have something you can measure in them so you can measure you. But if you're the best, and I must confess I am part of God's master plan. Don't try judging it. Don't try judging it. I even do that to my heroes. I judge my heroes. They say, do you like this person? Yes, I look up to that person as well. And then I say, wow, actually no, there's nobody better than me. No, not even that now. See, I was never one of those people to look up to a person. Yeah. When it come to all those stars in the galaxy, not me. I never got starstruck, couldn't give a fuck, quite frankly. It was like, yeah, they've got a job, kind of. It's nice. They kind of got that status of snob. Everybody taking money, money over hand, over fist. On the rob with the music. Yeah, that's pretty sick. I don't choose it to worship it. No one on my walls, no one's poster. That's for fools. False idols. False idols. Me, I just got my cross and Buddha. all the same to me, names to me, trying to climb that ladder D. Me, I don't care, I'd like to be a cult figure, you can stop and stare. But as for all the riches and the fame and the industry, don't care. Getting my message across, getting my message across. If you want to listen to the best, yeah, who's that girl? Yeah, she's boss. Don't put my picture on the wall, that full size work for shows. Even though these are the only tools that I play with when I'm trying to live my best life, looking for a wife, that's it. What's your moral code? I don't know, but I'm trying to roll my boat, rolled it down that river, so I can stand and deliver, try to keep my liver intact. When I can't afford the nice stuff, be a connoisseur of that, I am sure. Living it up and drinking, having a good life, smoking a pot. I celebrate all the stuff without blinking. Cause all the other people judge and belittle, like to say it's a bad thing. They're the people that bring you kind of control misery, of which I talked. So I can teach you to walk and talk, that's most parents' jobs. But once you're out in the big real world, there'll be lots of big things to learn. I'm gonna help you turn it, learn it. Don't trust it if it's got the powder that can be spiked. It's the word spiking thing out in that ring, that arena. They don't play fair because they know you've had it demonized in your life. If you look like a good kid, they'll do this, do that. And they know you won't report it because you're as good as a fid. You can't own up to it because that would mean you're sort of semi-criminal. So they use those kind of people that are experimental like tools. Those are the rules. The police don't police it. So if you're gonna find peace in it, do it in moderation. Be around people you trust. Always keep switched on. And then start to enjoy it in the crowds and the throngs where you can run away from where you don't belong. And you think if that one's wrong, there's plenty of space so you can leave it behind without a trace. And join the next throng. Because do you know what I learned about the majority? It's fucking excellent right by me. I've been running around the land 3 years, done it, run it. Majority, brilliant, zilliant, flinging it. Teach your kids to have a good time in it. If I can get my game on, if I can get my reframe on, if I can do it and get my rival prime power to the people right on time in this production line, out on the line, well, I could encourage MVQs globally, create an industrial family, doing the woofing, the fruit picking, doing the hostels, doing the hotel, get them NVQs, keep them from their predicaments, their you must get a job or sign on hell. I'm just trying to make excess family, just trying to be a big family, trying to bring down all those political walls, there for tools, bring the world together. See, to me that's boxing clever, that's outside all the other old designs. At one point they were talking about Bitcoin, that's the evolution of slavery, so go on braver me, don't worry about getting taken out of the race. Just in case you affect some of them two-face that like dealing in the industrial, making 9/11, making man sit on the front of Time magazine with 9/11 on his watch, taking that Christmas tree in at 5 to 11 every day like they were just giving it a prelude to that day. It was in the bottom structure of the designs to the very top, so the industrial wouldn't stop. That's me stopping. That's my theory anyway. There was something really weird about that. There was towers built into a pub in Catford. Deck of cards, like a preempting thing, like it was written. I always remember that. Make what you will of that rap. That was free freestyling. Look at this. Put these beats on there. The world's sort of like inundated with so much talent now, so it's getting harder and harder for people to actually be viable as artists or talent. You sort of just get down with that, so it's fine. I had this vague idea about how I was going to get somewhere, and then someone come along that said you have to write your own script, basically. She didn't actually say that, but that's what the lesson was from her. And quite frankly, I think I stand for more than that person and sort of surpassed that. But I haven't got the support as of yet. Just the fret. Just the fret. Just the fret. Just the fret.